Second question. Tell me about the life of Helen Keller.
When she was little, she already said this. Howdy yourself. Tea, tea, tea. How did she do that? I don't know. There's no stopping her.
She already know how to talk.
Yes.
Continue.
And then after that, Helen was sick. The doctor said she wouldn't be able to survive, and she did not. Joke lang, she did. But she was blind and deaf. Some people said she wasn't good at anything. Wait. When she was little, she learned how to say tea, right? And then
Last question.
she said, "Wow, wow, wow." That's her favorite word. That means, here's your water. And then she was blind and deaf, and then some people said she was not good at anything, but they saw that there's a teacher who can teach blind and deaf. So they did that, and then the teacher has known that the teacher does this. Do you know how? By using braille. Braille are dots, but first they're a bit bumpy, and then but then you'll get used to it. And these letters are what the braille feels like. If it's A, it's just one dot. B, two dots diagonally. I don't memorize all of them, so I'm not gonna tell you that. Never mind about that. And then Helen learned how to spell water, ma, and love, and everything like that.
What else?
When she was blind and deaf, she even found small ways to communicate. To say yes, she nodded her head. To say no, she put it side to side. And then after that, to say father, she motioned to put on his glasses. To say mother, she'd do this. To say baby sister, she put her thumb inside her mouth. And when she shivers, that means Helen wants ice cream.
Don't put that on your neck.
And then, after that, she had a teacher and she learned how to spell water and ma and doll too. When she was learning how to spell water, she put her new doll on the ground and, it broke. Because she was so frustrated. But she understood though. Then after that,
what is the important thing that Helen Keller did?
Wait, not yet ready. Helen rides a horse. How does she do that? I don't know how she does that either, because she only knows how to spell, like, yeah. Now she's not dumb anymore, because that's what it says on the book. As in, she's not that, not smart
I get it.
anymore.
Okay, continue.
And then Helen, well,
What?
Helen said this. When you climb to the top, when you fall down again, you have to climb up again, as like this. The best thing is not making mistakes. Is try the thing is to try again
Very good.
when you make one.
Okay, what else?
And then I think that's all.
That's all?
Yes.
Okay, second quarter exam for World Biography. First question. What do you remember about our book of Abraham Lincoln?
Oh, I know every single detail about that. I read that 8 times, maybe 9.
Okay.
Abraham was a little kid. Even little kids were needed to hunt that time. Abe, are you coming? I'll catch up with you later. He preferred to read. He also loved animals. When he was 10, he saw a group of kids playing with some turtles. But then, as he got closer, he realized they weren't playing with the turtles. They were putting hot coals and seeing what happens to the turtles. He said, let this poor creature go, or anything like that you like to call it go. Just say, let it go. Then they said, what did you just say? You heard me. Let it go. The boys let the turtle go. But of course they weren't happy.
What else?
What else was?
What else?
He practiced. Wait, I'm thinking. Did you know the state of Indiana was so new that schools weren't even built yet?
Schools?
No, not yet.
Okay.
When it came to learning, his teachers were simply books. He loved books. He even once walked 6 miles to get one. 6 miles? That's too far of a book.
Yes.
Well, not for this one. He'd read while his horse was resting and while waiting at the local lunch store. And also his favorite position while sitting on a tree. As As in like this on the tree.
Okay. What is he known for, Abraham Lincoln?
Wait. And he read every single book in the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
The neighborhood.
Okay.
Then it was from Bible to Aesop's Fables to Robinson's Crusoe.
Caruso.
Yeah, Crusoe. And then his favorite book was a book about George Washington. He'd even copy his favorite parts at Wood, friend and benefactor of man. That's what he copied.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that George Washington was a friend of man? You're a strange kid, Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, but I'm gonna be on the penny someday. What's a penny?
Mm-hmm.
I said Indiana was so new. He went to school for barely a year.
Mm-hmm.
Total, but that didn't stop him. When he was 22, he moved to Illinois and he met a group called the Clary's Grove Boys. You think you're better than us? I never said that. Don't be chicken. Show us what you've got.
Mm-hmm.
They knew they were bullies. He didn't like bullies.
Mm-hmm.
But he was the new guy, so he had no choice.
Mm-hmm.
Today, some may call it a fight.
Mm-hmm.
But it was really a wrestling match.
Mm-hmm.
Him versus the leader, Jack Armstrong.
Mm-hmm.
The rule was when
Isang question na lang. Isang question pa.
The rule was that time once you grabbed your opponent, you couldn't break your hold. But Jack did, so he could send him flying.
Mm-hmm.
So he could grab his leg and send him flying.
Mm-hmm.
And then hey, he wasn't mad he was lost. Everyone loses sometimes. But what had got him upset, he had cheated. You didn't play fair. Maybe you want to fight us all. They were waiting him to back down or to lose his cool.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, calmly and confidently, he said, if I would fight every single one of you, fair and square. They knew he meant it. You're a strange kid, Abraham Lincoln, but you've got guts. You know, I'm gonna be on the penny someday. What's a penny? Never heard of one? Everyone knows what a penny is now. And then, not every struggle brought a victory. Next time he saw a few years later, he saw some slaves chained in the Ohio River.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't do anything that day, but the memory of those people, it haunted him. Then after that, thinking. There was the Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
One side wanted the slaves to go free.
Mm-hmm.
The other said, we want to keep slavery going. And anyone who says otherwise, he lost 4 elections before he got the big job. 4 elections before he became the president. Abraham said these people will be free. What did you just say? You heard me. These people will be free. The Civil War lasted longer than anybody thought. The people on his side were ready to retreat. To re-energize them, they held a big event in Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
The main speaker gave a speech that lasted nearly 2 hours. He gave a speech that lasted 2 minutes. The most important 5 words he used: all men are created equal.
Very good. What else?
And then that's when the Civil War was done.
Mm-hmm.
All of them were freed, and they won. So then some months or years later,
Mm-hmm.
he was shot by John Wilkes Booth. Then, some years later, after he was shot, slavery kept going.
Mm-hmm.
The end.
Last